If you really want to learn how to write music, you need to understand the instruments and the tools that are available to you. Instruments being things such as like your keyboards, and tools like the MV8800 Music Production Studio, or your own computer. There are things called DAWs, which basically are computer software programs that you can load on your computer. We'll take a look at some of those later on, but today I want to focus on the MV8800, which is an actual all-in-one production studio. It has instruments on board, it has effects, so that you can do interesting things like reverb and chorus. It also has the ability to record audio. Has the ability to record something called MIDI, which is basically a digital representation of musical events that come from things like keyboards like this. Actually, when I play this keyboard, you're actually hearing the piano that is being produced out of the MV8800. So today we're going to take a look at something called bouncing, which came from the analog world. And in the old days when you had tape recorders to produce tracks, you had to record on different tracks. Literally, there were different tracks for different sets of sounds. And so there was only physically so much room on the tape to put individual tracks on it. And so the Beatles, it revolutionized a lot of the recording techniques that we use today, including this idea of bouncing. And basically what happens was, we were running out of physical tape space, and I wanted to record some music on an individual track, and we're just running out of space. And so what they decided was they'd take like 3 or 4 tracks, and they play them all together and record them on a separate track. And then that way those other tracks are free. So today I'm going to show you how to do a bounce on the MV88. Now, why on earth would you do a bounce on the MV88? It doesn't have nearly the physical limitations of a tape-based system where it's like a 4-track or a 6-track or even 16-track. We can get a lot of tracks out of the MV8800. There are reasons, and one of the main reasons is to be able to do automated mixdown. Well, what's automated mixdown? Automated mixdown is just a way of controlling your mixer, your sliders, your effects knobs, and those types of things to give you the ability to record your actions, such as muting a track or changing the volume on a particular instrument that's out of control. And so today I'm going to show you how to use bouncing as a means of being able to automate your mixdown. Now, the MV only allows you to record mixer operations for one channel at a time, and there are only a few types of channels that it actually does this with. One of the first types of channels is the actual auxiliary channels, and there are 4 auxiliary channels. Now, for this particular piece, the auxiliary channels won't work for me because there is no way to control muting. And so instead, what I need is to be able to control muting of an audio channel, which is the reason why I want to do a bounce. And so if we take a look at the audio channels, you'll notice that I have 2 audio channels here. One of them is called guitar audio, and another one is for piano audio. And so these are the 2 channel or tracks that I'm going to record to. Here's a sample of what I want to bounce from. Okay, so you could hear I had a little guitar and drum sound and little effects going on in there. Really, all I'm interested in is one instrument, and that's the actual guitar. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce the guitar sound in. Well, how on earth can I do that when the guitar is actually in a pattern track? Pattern tracks have several different instruments tied together. So the way that I'm actually going to do it is I'm going to go into the mixer, and then I'm going to turn off each of the individual instruments that I do not want using the mute control. Okay, so I've muted everything, and the guitar track should sound a little bit like this. Hear that? Okay, so now that I have that, I am going to actually go and do my bounce, this has been really simple. I'm going to record on Guitar Audio track 1, and I will hit the record button, and you'll see that a little record dialog box pops up. In the record dialog box, you notice that there's a record mode. There's several different record modes. There's direct recording, which means it's going to come directly from the input, and that's not what I want. I actually want resample mix, because basically all this is going to do is it's going to read or record directly from whatever sounds are playing from the MV8800. And since we muted everything else out, then the only thing we're going to get this time is the guitar sound. So, and now I'm going to do it. We're ready to go. And you can see that is recording.